Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well. This video is a little late, but here's how much I made in December of 2022 selling low content books on Amazon, and also a look of how much I made overall in the year 2022, which was my first full year of selling KDP books on Amazon. So in December, I made 5 new books, not a ton, but December was just a really busy month for me in terms of other things going on. So it is what it is. I did what I could. Um, 3 of my new books were coloring books, which are my favorite things to make lately. One was a planner, actually the first planner I've made, so we'll see how that ends up selling. And one was just a simple logbook. My goal for December was to make $1,000 in royalties, and I had set that goal a few months before because I was starting to make at that time about $250 a month in royalties. But I knew that it would pick up for December because, sales just always go up in December. People are buying more for the holidays, they're spending more. So December royalties will always go up. So I thought making $1,000 would be a reasonable goal. And here's how much I really made. $2,367.01 was my royalties in December. So I made over double of what my goal was, which was really exciting. And my highest day of royalties, I earned over $200, which was also really exciting because back my first December selling books on KDP, for that whole month, I only made $165. So to make more than that in just one day, this past year in 2022, was really exciting for me. So no complaints, no complaints. Here are my top 10 books. As you can see, the bulk of my royalties come from these books. They practically made almost $2,000 just on their own. And to help you guys out, here's a little idea of what my top sellers are. My top 2 most popular books right now are adult coloring books, and they're represented there by the blue color and the yellow color in the graph. And then that orangish reddish color is a children's book. And the green color, my fourth most popular, is a study journal. So those are the type of books that for me are selling the best lately. I did spend some money on ads in December. I spent about $59.36. And I am kind of just keeping my ad spent pretty casual for now. I haven't scaled a ton of campaigns because I'm still just kind of learning the ropes of ads. But my ads for December at least were profitable. Anything below, again, a cost below 30% is definitely profitable for me. So I had profitable ads and I'm still kind of learning them, but that's fine. So if you subtract my ad spent from my original profit, my total profit for December is $2,337.65 in royalties for December. So not bad, not bad. I just wanted to talk about the year 2022 overall because as I mentioned before, this is my first full calendar year of selling low content books on KDP. So I wanted to show you a graph of how much I made for the entire year. Okay, here it is. So as you can see for the year, I made a little bit over $5,000. But the thing I really wanted to draw to your attention is the curve in that graph. Like, look at the way it starts so low in January, February, March. Like, in that time in 2022, I was making about $50 a month. And then as the year went on, my royalties gradually increased just a little by little, really, until quarter 4 came. And thank you, the royalties got quite a bit higher. And so it's it's pretty exciting because it took me about my first full year on KDP, to even make $1,000, and once I got that first $1,000, things really started to pick up so that in the entire year of 2022, I made over $5,000. So, I think there's a couple reasons in particular that my graph the graph of my royalties looks like this with a big curve up. One of those reasons, of course, is because of quarter 4. People are just shopping more. It makes sense that my royalties are higher in December and November and even October a little bit. So I don't anticipate that my royalties will necessarily stay that high for all of this coming year. But I think in addition to the fact that quarter 4 is always higher, I think there's a couple reasons why I have that curve in my graph. And I think one of the reasons why is that some books of mine just took time to gain traction. I had published some books at the beginning of my KDP journey, and some of them just took a while to sell. And but once they sold a few copies, they became ranked in Amazon's best-selling rank. Their rank got higher and higher as they sold a few more copies here and there, and then they started to get a couple of reviews, and that got them more sales, and that got more people's eyes on my books. So it just kind of took some time in some cases for those books to snowball into earning real royalties. The other reason why I think I've made much more money in the past couple months is, I think, even more important than the first reason, and that is just that I have gotten better at publishing. My first year or however long of creating books for KDP, I just was still learning a lot of things, and I have gotten a lot better at researching niches to publish in, and I've gotten a lot better at knowing what keywords to use and how to write interesting descriptions that will entice customers to buy my books. And especially at cover design, I've gotten a lot better at cover design. And that really just took time and practice to improve in. So I think that's why the last few books that I've published have started to do well, right off the bat, is because I had all this practice and all these mistakes I've made and things I've learned that have made me better at publishing books. So hopefully that means that my skills will continue to improve over time and that my royalties will continue to go up, just because that is the way things happen. They take time to start working, they take time to learn, but once they do, hopefully it all pays off, right? So, anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know how you are doing in your KDP journey, and let me know if you have any questions.